Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, was created on May 5, 1979, in the aftermath of the 1979 Iranian Revolution. The Iranian Revolution is a round of protests that led to the downfall of the imperial state of Iran, and the installation of the Islamic Revolutionary with Ayatollah Khamenei as Supreme Leader. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has been active since then, to defend the country's Islamic system, deal with some international and regional security issues, including military influence as well as political interference in other regional countries' politics, spread Iranian regime's influence in the Middle-Est region, among other political and military concerns. It is a force loyal to the Iranian Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. It is the ideological branch of the regime. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is different from the country's regular armed forces. In fact, it provides a counterweight to the latter, and is much more influential than the national regular armed forces. It is composed of more than 300,000 active troops. As well, it has its own military facilities, intelligence services, ground troops, naval forces, air defense forces, and has a strong influence in the country's economic and business activities. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps also runs Iran's nuclear programs as well as its ballistic missile project. It is a powerful military agency, but is also a strong economic group. Its Khatam al-Anbiya wing, known as the Seal of the Prophets, is an engineering and construction firm, and owns several billion-dollar projects. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is a very influential force in the Middle East region. It has active proxies in other countries in the Middle East region. Indeed, contrary to the regular army which lacks logistical capabilities to operate outside Iran's borders, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has loyal troops in several regional countries. As in Iraq, where it has local militias and support Shia groups. Syria, where it cooperates with the regime. Afghanistan, where it has local proxies. Lebanon, alongside the Hezbollah. Palestine, where it supports Palestinian groups. And Yemen. The IRGC is composed of detachments such as the Quds Force and the Basij Militia. The Basij Militia is a local detachment of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps used by the regime to handle domestic issues, including the dismantling of anti-revolutionary dissident groups, suppressing any protest against the regime's ideology, while promoting popular support for the revolution. Outside the local Basij militia, there is the Quds Force. The Quds Force is the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps' most influential wing. It is an elite force used to conduct external operations, and spread the Iranian regime's ideology beyond its frontiers. The Quds Force is a special detachment of the IRGC with a special task of spreading Iran's influence in the Middle East region. Troops of the Quds Force are very active in Lebanon, supporting the Hezbollah. In Iraq, supporting Iraqi Shia groups, as well as in Afghanistan, Syria, Yemen, supporting Houthis rebels in the Yemeni civil war against the Saudi-led coalition. Major General Qasem Soleimani was the Quds Force top commander and Iran's second highest influential personality. On January 3, 2020, Major General Soleimani was killed in a targeted U.S. air raid near Iraq's airport in Baghdad. The killing of Major General Soleimani sparked high tensions in the Middle East region as well as globally. Just few hours after the assassination of Soleimani, Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei appointed Esmail Qaani as new head of the Quds Force. Major Esmail Qaani served as Soleimani's deputy for over a decade. The rapid appointment of Major Esmail Qaani as commander of Iran's strategic foreign military wing was aimed to ensuring a smooth and swift transition in the elite force unit's leadership, as tensions were heightened between Washington and Tehran. Iran promised severe revenge to the assassination of Soleimani. On January 8, in retaliation to the killing of Soleimani, Iran launched several ballistic missiles at 2 U.S. military bases in Iraq, hitting the al-Assad military base, as well as a second facility where U.S. troops are stationed near Erbil Airport. Hours after Iranian missile strikes on American bases in Iraq, the Pentagon declared that no casualties were registered. But days later, the Pentagon declared that at least 50 U.S. service members were injured, as they were diagnosed with traumatic brain injury. Before tensions escalated with the killing of Major General Soleimani, tension was already high between the U.S. government and Iran. In fact, following spreading activities and influence of the Quds Force, President Trump declared the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as a foreign terrorist organization in April 2019. The Trump administration has long accused the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps of sponsoring and promoting terrorism in the Middle East region and beyond.